Now that we have already covered the most important tensor operations, it's time to move to the next critical topic, device management. This is where performance really starts to matter. So before we begin, please don't forget to like and subscribe to support my channel. In PyTorch, every tensor lies on a device, either the CPU or the GPU. Device management means deciding where your tensors and computations run. So if you get this wrong, your code can become slow or even crash. The CPU is simple, always available, and great for small tasks and debugging. The GPU is built for speed and parallelism, so making it ideal for deep learning algorithms. So, however, GPUs cost more, use more power, and require careful device handling. So, knowing when and how to use each one is the key. In the next few minutes, we will see how to move tensors between devices, CPU and GPU, handle common errors, and understand why GPUs are, let's see, powerful. So let's start with this. We check here if the CUDA is available, and if it's available, we will use the GPU. Otherwise, we will fall back to the CPU. This single line makes your code portable and safe to run on any, let's see, machine. So let me just run it in Google Colab. And by the way, by default, PyTorch places, let's see, all tensors in a CPU. So let's just run this here and we can see step by step. So here, this is CUDA the device. This is the printing of CUDA device. And here we define the tensor, CPU tensor, and the CPU tensor device is a CPU because by default it's assigned to CPU. So here we check if the CUDA is available, then please do this. So move the tensor CPU to the device where the device is already defined here in the first step. And we print tensor and also the device. And now we back to the CPU. To back from GPU to CPU, we just need to add this way dot cpu, and this will print us the tensors as it is. As you can see, there's no difference between CPU or GPUs. I mean, it has to be like this. So now let's look at one of the most, let's say, PyTorch mistakes. Here we create one tensor on a CPU and also one on a GPU. So when we try to add them, PyTorch arise runtime error. So if you see here, this is the CPU tensor and this is the GPU. How we see this is the GPU? Because we have this line here, dot to CUDA. And if you run now, you will see this CPU tensor and this is the CUDA. And here we have exceptions because we try to sum up all of this CPU and GPU. It has error. But before that, we have to fix the result. If we need to fix the result, we have to move the CPU tensor to CUDA, and then everything will be right. So why do we even bother with the GPUs? First is parallel processing. GPUs have thousands of cores, allowing them to process large matrices at the same time. Second, high memory bandwidth. So this means the data move much faster compared to the CPU. Third is specialized hardware. So modern GPUs include tensors cores designed specially for deep learning. That's why GPUs can reduce training time from hours to minutes. To summarize, CPUs are simple and reliable. GPUs are fast and powerful but require correct device management. Once you master this, you unlock the full potential of PyTorch. Thanks for watching and see you next time.